Hey guys, what's up? It always seems to be like I have like my best thoughts and ideas when I'm about to hit the gym, but hey, that it is what it is, right? It's your girl Tally. What's going on? Um, of course I have something to share. So here's the thing, guys. I'm thinking about posting like a status on Facebook, but I don't want to be unclear about this, because I don't want people to misunderstand what I'm trying to say. So I'll talk about it here first and I'll see how it goes. So everyone who knows me knows I'm in a point of my life that I'm on a weight loss journey, and simultaneously I'm also just feeling better about myself, self-esteem higher, feeling and intaking the love of God. I feel like that has a lot to do with everything. Just more confident, feeling and knowing my worth and my value, everything like that. But I don't want people to think that it's because of the weight loss that I'm feeling more confident in myself, because that is so far from the truth. Number one, I've been this size before. I was able to lose weight. Like a few years ago, I was able to lose weight and get down to this size that I am right now. This is the way I was a few years ago before I gained it all back during COVID. And even when I was this size a few years ago, I did not feel the way I feel about myself today. So even though weight loss is always going to help someone feel better about themselves, don't get me wrong, weight loss is always going to be a factor. All I'm saying is, when I lost weight before and I was this size before, I did not have the confidence and the self-esteem and the sense of value and worth that I have right now today. So I believe that it would be almost wrong for me to like put that all on weight loss, right? So what I do is, I know for a fact that God had a lot to do with that. So I put it on God. Because like I said, let me say it again, I know I'll be repeating myself. I was this size before. I lost weight and became this size before, but I didn't feel the way I feel about myself now. I feel way better about myself now than how I did before, even when I lost weight and became this size. So I just want to put that out as that disclaimer. So I don't think, whoa, this man just fell off his bicycle. I don't think he fell off his bicycle. He's just sitting there. But I don't think it's what is that called? I don't think it is what do they say? I don't think it's a coincidence that at the same time I'm losing weight, confidence and self-esteem is going up high. I don't think it's a coincidence. I feel like it was meant to happen at the same time. And though they look like they may play a part within each other, I still know that my confidence and self-esteem does not solely come from weight loss. It could not come from that. It could never come from that. Yeah. So with that being said, all I wanted to say is, as this change is occurring in my life, as everything is happening the way it is, I do want to say, and I don't want to offend nobody. I'm not trying to sound any kind of dogmatic, judgmental way, but I do want to say that as I'm losing weight and feeling better about my body, when I go on Instagram or anywhere in life, all social media, and I see girls naked, almost naked, close to naked, searching for validation on the Instagram, skin tight anything, trying to show their bodies in any way. When I see that, I get sad. And I don't know why that's happening. Well, I know why that's happening, because I am finally growing a self-esteem, guys. Like, I didn't always have this self-esteem. I didn't always see value in who I am, in me. And now that I'm growing a self-esteem, all right, when I see girls using their body in any way to attract attention, it makes me really sad. The woman in me, the girl in me, the person in me, the woman in me that loves other women, it makes me really sad. It actually is to the point of heartbreaking. And I tell no lies here. It is heartbreaking because you would think that I'm at a point in my life where I can show more body. And you know what? That point is here and it's quickly approaching because I can show a little something now. And as I lose more weight, if I wanted to, I could be able to show a little something more, So I'm capable of that right now. And it's getting even more capable about that because I am proud of my body. I am proud of my figure. The other day I said to myself, you know what? I'm not doing this no more. Of course, it's always going to be a life fight, guys. But I said, you know what? I accept my body the way it is. No more getting down on my body. I love it the way it is. That's it. No more body negativity. It's done. And that's usually how I just do things. And it does work for me. It does work. Now, like, I don't think negative thoughts about my body. Since I've made that declaration, I don't think negative thoughts about my body. So I'm even more confident. But as I'm saying here, I'm at the point where I can show a little body. You feel me? My body, I'm feeling myself. But there's just something in me because I have also at the same time developed a respect for myself. I've developed some type of a sense of self-worth that I'm so valuable, and my value doesn't come from this only. It doesn't come from this only, but the value is on the inside. And because that has grown in me, I could not imagine being on the internet in a bra and panties. I'm like, oh my God. I'm not even playing you guys. When I see these things, like before I used to see these things, and not that I was jealous, but I didn't see a problem with it. I was like, okay, that's what girls do. And maybe I would do that. I used to think to myself, maybe if I was slimmer, I would do that, right? And I didn't see a problem with it. But now, as my time is approaching, I'm like, I couldn't imagine being on the internet in lingerie. I couldn't imagine taking pictures just to taking pictures but with my butt in the camera, like taking pictures backwards. And I think I have a couple pictures like that from back in the day. I have a couple pictures like that where I'm butt first in the camera. You feel me? I don't even got butt. Never have. Well, I have a little more booty now, but I never had booty. And I have some pictures taking it from the butt, taking it from my butt facing the camera. And I had low self-esteem back then. I had very low self-esteem back then. I did not like myself back then. I did not appreciate myself back then. I did not respect myself back then. So it's no wonder why I had pictures like that. But I'm telling you, as my body gets to the place where I want it to get, but at the same time, my self-worth, my self-esteem gets to the place that I wanted to get. It's already there, and it's there, and it's doing well, and I hope it goes up, I couldn't imagine taking a picture butt first to the camera. I couldn't imagine taking a picture solely to show the curve of my body or to show my cleavage. That's the picture, that's the purpose of the picture, to show my body. I couldn't imagine. And I know you guys think I'm cap right now. You guys think I'm not. I'm being cap. I'm not telling the truth. Maybe you guys think I'm still insecure with my body, which I'm not. But I'm telling you for sure, bro. For sure. When I see people do that, for someone like me who has come from low self-esteem, low self-worth, when I see people do that, that's what I see. I see something I used to be. I see something that I used to suffer from. And people think probably because I was like a bigger girl, that's why I suffered from it. And that's true. But I think we forget to recognize that you don't have to be a bigger girl to suffer from that. You don't have to be, because it's not exactly an image thing. Because when you live life a little bit, and you know girls that they probably have the perfect body or the perfect face, and they get the guys, and they still do things that are questionable, and they still do things like, dang girl, why are you doing that? You know, you don't have to do that. Like, when you see that, you know that low self-esteem, low self-worth is actually a mind thing. It don't really have a lot to do with how you look, you know? When you fit the description of the type of girl that men like, the body shape, the face, all you do, and you still have low self-esteem, all you do is invite more men to treat you less than you deserve, and you don't know how to be treated, so you just accept less. So I feel like that makes it worse on the girls who actually fit the description of what society deems as the look, or fine, or thick, or whatever. So low self-esteem is a mind thing. And I see that same thing in women, even the women who fit the description of what fine and good looking is. I see the same thing in them when I see them posing pictures solely to show cleavage, solely to show their body, solely to show their butt, solely to show their shape. When they're in their bra and panties, I never understood that. When they're in their bra and their panties, when they busting it open for the whole internet, just for some likes, just for some attention. I used to think that was okay. You know, when I couldn't do it, I used to be like, oh no, that's okay. That's what people do. But from someone who has grown in a very real way, I see the brokenness in it. I see the dysfunction, and it makes me very sad. I'm getting itchy. It makes me sad. It makes me want to help them. It looks like a cry for help. And it's heartbreaking, guys. It's heartbreaking. And I know a lot of people are not going to understand this, but a lot of people haven't got to the root of issues. We see things, you see that I never got to the root of it. When I was looking at those from a different perspective before, I never got to the root of it, because that wasn't something that I was interested in getting to the root of. I thought, okay girl, you sexy, do your thing. But what we fail to realize is there's a root in everything that everyone does. There's a root in the reason you do what you do. Is the root self-love? Is the root self-hate? Is the root high self-esteem? Is the root low self-esteem? Is the root seeking for validation? Is the root knowing that you're validated already? Is the root seeking for affirmation, or is the root knowing that you're affirmed already? There's a root in every single thing that we do as human beings, whether we learned it from somewhere, something, family members, and we just reproduced it without even thinking. Like, you could learn something, and you could learn to do something the way you do it, and you just reproduced it because you saw other people do it. But now you have to think about the root cause of why, the reason they do it. You have to think about where it comes from, because if I'm reproducing something that I seen, like, let's say my mother did, and I'm doing it mindlessly, and I don't really know why I'm doing it, and then I finally examined the root, and I said, my mother did this because she was coming from a place of brokenness. Then I'm just reproducing brokenness mindlessly, not even thinking about it, and not even thinking about it, not even being mindful about it, but you're still reproducing brokenness. And ignorance is not going to save you for the repercussions of your behavior. Let me say that again. Not knowing where the root of that behavior comes from does not prevent you from having to deal with the consequences of that behavior. Because everything we do, wherever it comes from, there's always going to be consequences. There's always going to be an effect, right? So it's just so important to be mindful of where you're operating from, because everything comes from somewhere. And if it's just something that you picked up, whoever you picked it up from, wherever you picked it up from, it came from somewhere. There is a root. So you always have to analyze the root of everything you do and make sure it's coming from the right place. Because whatever you do, it's still affecting you. Just because you don't know where it comes from, it's still going to affect you in some type of way. But that's the message, guys. That's the message. It is something, a place of concern. It is a place of concern. Because I know us women, a lot of us women, maybe not all, we desire love, attention, affection, validation, of affirmation. These are things that human beings in general desire. Some of us want to be married or have successful relationships. There's certain things that we do that's going to make it much harder for us to attain these things, if we even are able to attain it. Because I've been hanging out with men. And when I say men, I mean like my brother, older brother, and his friends. And though you think the world may be changing, but there's a lot of things that are foundational and things that are going to stay the same. And one of those things is how men view women. And though it may be unfair, though it may be a double standard, though it may be judgmental and shallow, it's not going to change. For most men, it's not going to change. And if you say you're a woman and you desire a healthy relationship, if you desire a commitment marriage, but you are on the internet or walking around in everyday life objectifying your body, literally crying for attention in a way, like trying to garner the attention of men, trying to get looked at, looking for validation on the internet or on these streets, it's going to be tough for a man to take you seriously. It's going to be tough for a good man, to take you seriously and treat you right. You're going to have a lot of other men who going to try to be all up in your face, but they won't have the capacity to treat you right. And they're going to treat you all kind of ways, and they're going to lower that self-esteem even more. You'll have an abundance of that. But a good man, it can happen. Anything's possible. But the point is to present yourself to the world in a way that you're not making it harder for yourself, because all people see is how you present yourself. They don't know how special you are from the inside. So what you see is what you get, and people are going to judge you by what they see, what they see about you. So you just don't want to make that harder for yourself, because it's hard already. A woman being out here, you feel me, dressed up, turtleneck, you feel me, long pants, long sleeve. It's harder for us already. It's harder for men to find good men and for them to take us seriously already because of the state of this world. But you showing up and showing that you need attention, showing that you feel like your body's your best asset, so you lay it out for everyone to see on the internet, you trying to seek for validation and male attention, you're making it worse for yourself. You're making it worse for other women too, but you're making it worse for yourself. And it's not even about men, guys. For me, it's not even about men, but I just had to add that component in there because it's relevant as well. But it's also about how you feel about yourself. And like I said, from my experience, now that I'm feeling way better about myself, I couldn't imagine doing that. I couldn't imagine objectifying my body in that way. So I just know that if I were to start objectifying my body in that way, posting half-naked pictures on the internet, it would come from a place of low self-esteem. It would come from a place of me trying to seek validation and male attention to make myself feel better about myself. And a lot of us are in that place. I'm not in that place, but a lot of us women are in that place. So we need to see that for what it is and come up out of that quick, fast. Put it behind us quick, fast. Distance ourselves from that quick, fast. God loves you so much. And if you were just to take a moment and allow yourself to be in a place where you can experience for yourself how the love of God feels, things would change in your life just off of that, just off of feeling the love that God has for you, allowing yourself to have that experience. Things change like that. The love of God changes things in your life like that. Oh no, I can't do this no more. Oh no, I can't present myself this way no more. Oh no, I gotta change that. Oh no, I need better for myself. Better. Just like that, just like that. So that's it. That's the message. Don't fight me, because I know how you girls love to tussle. I love you guys. I'm just saying this from a place of concern and a place of love and a place of kind of heartbreak. It is heartbreaking. Sadness. I'll see you guys. All right.